Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to go through and show you the makeup that I'm going to be bringing on vacation. Every year my family goes to a beach and we stay at a beach house, and this year is no different. We are only with each other, so it's just pretty much moving my family from here to a different location, so we will continue being safe. But if you want to see what kind of makeup I bring and also me applying it to get this look, please keep watching. We are getting ready to go on vacation, and I decided I was going to show you the makeup that I'm packing and also put it on my face so you can see a look, but also so I can make sure I have everything I need. So I usually pack in this bag. I got this, like probably 15 years ago. It's when Bare Minerals was called Bare Essentials, if any of you remember that. And it just zips all the way around and has two big pockets. And I just like it just because I can separate kind of like my base makeup and my eye makeup, or however I want to do it, but it's just an easy thing to pack. So I'll be putting everything in here. I already have my sunscreen on, which, as you know, is always Josie Maran. And underneath that, I actually have been using these. I've only been using them for about 10 days, and I really like them. It is, let's see if we can focus on this. It's the Dr. Jart. Are you seeing this? Dr. Jart Alpha Beta Pore Perfecting and Refining Serum. I put that on in the morning, and I will say I have noticed a difference in my pores, so I think it's great. Another thing I'm bringing that I won't be putting on my face right now is my De-Bronzy drops. I need this as my foundation. Oh, I actually do need to use this with my foundation. So now let's put on the stuff that I do have. Okay, I did it. I got the Flawless filter during my panic before I went on my no-buy, basically. So we're gonna try this. I've used this a couple times. I think it's pretty. I don't know if it's something that I really need in my life overall, but let's try it out. I'm gonna blend that in with a brush. And I'm using the Bare Minerals, the It Cosmetics brush. I didn't bring this with me in my luggage. I'm not planning to bring this brush with me. So this is exactly why I'm filming this video, because now I see that I need one more brush. I don't think I want to apply this with a beauty blender just because I think it would soak up most of the product, but let's see. So this gives a pretty glow. I know I can use this on top of makeup as well, so we'll see how that works. All right, so for foundation, I'm going to bring my Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation. I just love the way this wears, and I know it's weird, I've said this before, but I love the way it wears off. Like, it just looks good all day, even as it's fading. And I am going to use, I have the color Mystical, and I am going to use a drop of the De-Bronzy from Junk Elephant just to color match that a little bit because I'm getting a little bit tanned. So today I have a few meetings. I have a tutoring session, and I have a meeting with my school. I'm wondering, do you guys know what your school is doing yet? I keep reading things like it's just better for all of us to stay home and have some better programs in place for everybody. Then other people are like, no, let's go in. I have a sponge, but I'm not going to use this sponge. I'm going to just use a beauty blender. That was the e.l.f. sponge, by the way. So I see people saying, educators and parents alike, that school with all of the social distancing rules will not be what students are looking for as far as what they need from school, and we might as well stay home. And then I've seen other people saying, my kid just can't handle this at-home learning. I have several people who have said that to me, and we need to go back. And then with my own kids, my issue is I don't know how I'm going to teach the way that my students will need while being home with my children and helping them with their education. So I'm not really sure that there is a really good solution, to be totally honest. I will say this, and then I'm going to finish blending this out, that before we left for school back in March, when things were starting, now I live in New York, so things were, bad here early, but everyone was starting to act, I don't want to call it weirdly, but it was weird at the time. everyone was like, you know, we were starting to realize we can't be close to each other. We can't give high fives. We have to Purell every 2 seconds, and I'm in a shared classroom. So do I wipe down all my workstation? And I don't know. And I wonder how much that will affect our teaching next year. So anyway, I'm gonna keep blending. All right, I'm all blended in. So this is the foundation with the radiance underneath the Charlotte Tilbury. It's very pretty. All right, next step. I brought my Rimmel Stay Matte. I love this stuff. I'm gonna apply it with this big fluffy brush, also from It Cosmetics. If you really need brushes and makeup, I found that I got a lot of my brushes from QVC sets, because usually when QVC like sells a product, they sell a brush with it. So just kind of think about that, because I think it really improved my brush collection. For my concealer, I wanted to bring the Laura Geller Filter Corrector Color Perfecting Balm. I like this just because I like that I can use the 3 shades as I need them. And I just think it gives a really good coverage level for me. As I'm gonna be at the beach for a week, we're going to New Jersey and we rent a house, so we'll still be away from people. And actually the hotel that's in front of the beach, right in front of the house, is not open, so the beach will be even more empty, which is great. But anyway, so what am I saying? Oh, because I'm gonna be at the beach, I know some of my melasma is gonna show up even more than it does. So the good thing is I can cover up some of that with the orange. That way it won't be as noticeable. So this is going to be my only concealer, which is, you know, unusual. And then I put a little bit of the blue in just to brighten. All right, next up is the Bare Minerals Bisque. And I'm going to apply this with a fluffy brush. I get a bunch in the lid. You see it swirling all over the place. And then tap off the extra. And I'm just going to apply that under. I'm also applying a little bit on the eyelid just because I'm not going to use a primer today, although I am bringing my Milani primer. And what you just saw, I always tap out my foundation before I put my powder because I don't want to set the cracks. Does that make sense? All right. Okay, so my base is pretty much done. This is the Milani eye primer that I'll bring with me, but I won't use today. All right, next up, brows. So for my brows, I'm bringing my Ka-Brow brow pomade from Benefit in number 4, and then I'm also bringing my LA Colors Browy Wowie brow pencil. I think this costs $1.99. I really have liked it. It's in the color dark. So I'm gonna do my brows, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I did my brows. This brow, it's always giving me issues. I do want to say the reason why I'm bringing these 2 products, I love this spoolie and then filling in, and then this has a brush, so I'm able to save on what I bring. All right, so now that my brows are done, I want to just finish my complexion and then I'll go to my eyes. So I'm bringing my Laura Geller Baked Bronze in Brighton in medium. I love this. When I was going back and forth on what bronzer I wanted to bring, I have the new Charlotte Tilbury bronzer and I have the Marc Jacobs bronzer, but this one is just easy. It works every single time. I know that there's an impact and I can use it with my e.l.f. complexion brush, and it shows up where the other ones are a little bit more finicky. They need a different brush, at least on me. But this one is always there. If I want a really quick look, I can just put this on and not even put blush by just bringing it forward on the cheeks a little bit. And I know that the color will still work as I get a little bit more sun. I do still use a ton of sunscreen, but my family are marathon beach goers, so we will be there by 9:30 and we'll leave for, we might run up to the house to get lunch, but then we come back. We probably won't get off the beach until like 7 o'clock. So, especially now because we won't be like going to the boardwalk and other activities. So when you're in the sun that much, no matter how much you reapply, you're gonna get a little bit darker. So I think this will work. See, not pretty, I like it. All right, then I'm gonna use, for blush, I'm going to use my Cosmetics drops. A lot of this makeup I've already shown, but it's because I really like it. So I put 3 dots, like I'm putting freckles, and I use my e.l.f. small stippling brush, and I just put this on. My children are playing The Floor is Lava. Do you guys know about this show? It's on Netflix, and you jump from place to place because in the actual show, the floor is lava, and if you jump into the lava, it sucks you up, and you lose the game. Because my kids are playing that right now. Do any of you remember the show Fun House? Fun House, where you and your partner had to come up with this cool handshake before, and then you went through the fun house. My siblings and I, oh my god, we came up with the best handshake. I bet you if I go to them right now, they still know it. I still know it. And then we'd play that. So I feel like Fun House and Floor is Lava are very similar. All right, so there's a nice bright cheek. Also bringing this palette. It's from Becca. It has Panama Sunset. I think that's how you pronounce it. I can't really see the words. Yeah, I think so. Apricot Blossom and Opal. This is just a good, quick palette. I can also use this for my eyes, so I really like this. So I'm bringing that too, but I didn't apply it today. All right, so this is the base, and then let's just tap out any wrinkles. It's looking pretty good. So now let's go to the eyes. So I'm bringing 2 eye palettes. I am bringing my Beloved, and will always bring my Persona palette. I know that this looks boring. I want you to consider picking this up. This is fabulous. It just is so pretty. It's just always so pretty. And these shimmers work so well on those of us who don't have 15-year-old eyelids. So highly, highly recommend. I had it for probably maybe even a year before I used it, because I was like, that's so boring, and I love it. The other thing I'm bringing is this Made palette, magnetic palette, and in here I have shades from Natasha Denona Love palette, then the Natasha Denona Lila palette, and then I have some ColourPop singles. Those 3 are ColourPop singles. These 3 are singles from Makeup Geek. If any of you want shade names, just let me know. So I'm going to do a purple look today. As you can see, this is mostly purple. So I'm going to do that. I picked these shades because they would give me a little bit of variety with the Persona palette, although I could happily live in the Persona palette forever. So the first color I'm going to pick is this muted pink color. I don't even know if this color is showing up. This is Lotus from actually the Safari palette. So I guess I have some Safari palette in here too. And I'm just going to put this in the crease of both eyes. So I don't wear eyeshadow or makeup on the beach. I just put sunscreen on, but every night, you know, well, I don't know what's gonna happen this year. Every night we usually would go somewhere to the boardwalk, miniature golfing, to a different town to go shopping, and then also to out to dinner. This year we obviously won't be doing that, but I do like, you know, I like putting on makeup, so I certainly will be putting on makeup at night and taking pictures. We always take a family picture. I'll actually record the look that I'll use for the family picture, but we always take a family picture and then we put that on a canvas, and we have a canvas from each year that we've gone, and I love it. All right, the next color I'm going to use is going to be this one from the Love palette. It's this kind of mid to deeper plum color. The first brush, by the way, that I use is my Forever Love. It's the E22 from Morphe, and now I'm going to use this Profusion brush, and I got this from one of their palettes. I don't know which one. I'm just going to concentrate this on the outer third of my eye, just to provide some depth. And just bringing in a little bit. So that's that. All right, and then the last color I'm going to use, what do we feel like? Which one? All purple or berry? Let's do both. All right, so the berry I'm picking is definitely from the Lila palette. It's called Pure. Like it. So I think I'm gonna put this on the inner part. Oh, I think I was supposed to go more neutral today because of the meeting I'm having. Oh well, I'll just keep my eyes open the whole time. Maybe I'll put my glasses on. Okay, and then I'm going to put, oh, I didn't tell you the color. I'm going to put Livid from the Lila palette, which is very purple, although my lighting is making it look a little odd. And I'm going to put that in the outer. And I will blend this in just a minute. Oh, I like that. Okay, I'm going back into the Profusion brush, and I'm just going to blend out in the crease. All right. I like it. Okay, inner corner. We are going to do Monroe from Biba. It's kind of fun. I just went through all my favorite shades in the palettes that I have, I guess. I do love that about the Natasha Denona palettes. You can rearrange them, and they're all magnetic, and it's just so, I like that, because if I get bored with something, I can rearrange them. All right, so I'm just going to work on my lower lash line. I'm going to pretty much do the same color. Start with Lotus and go to that mid-tone purple, and I don't think I'm going to put any shimmer at the bottom. So let's go. With the kids, I'll be back. Don't worry, no crisis, just children. Okay, I'm feeling very odd with no lip, so let's do that, and then I'll tell you about the colors that I'm bringing. So this is the Believe Cosmetics liner. I really like this in Almost Rose. And I fill in my lip completely. I will say this feels like a cream lipstick. It's odd. Pretty amazing. And then the lip color that I want to use is a little more brown in nature. I don't know if it's going to look good with this look. Actually, let me change it, but I'll tell you about this. So I'm going to use the Milani Keep It Full lip gloss in Rosewood. I like this combination very much. I think I used it in my last video. So there is that. The other lip colors that I'm bringing, I have this MAC Cosmetics lipstick in Cream in Your Coffee. Absolutely love this. I have the Mega Last, is this called Mega Last? Yeah, Mega Last Stained Glass from Wet n Wild. This is the more rosy color, and then this is the bright magenta fuchsia. Beautiful. Then my sister got me this Fenty matte lipstick, and it is in the color something, and I'll link it because I can't see it. And then I'm bringing the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner and the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fussy. Love these. Another brush that I didn't use is the e.l.f. Cosmetics blush brush. This is just nice when I use that Becca Compact. And then I also have the Real Techniques Instapop brush. I love this for a quick look. Oh, and one more. And the Ada Studio, this little tiny, tiny pointed brush. It is E134. It's great. All right, so now it's time for liner. And if you've been watching any of my videos, I've been loving this Beauty Blender curved brush. I think it's just amazing for doing winged liner and the Bobbi Brown liner. So cream gel liner. It's awesome. So I'm going to do this and then mascara, and we are pretty close to done. So yesterday I did my makeup and I used my Stila Stay All Day liner, and I had so much trouble with it. There's something about this gel liner and this brush that make this situation so much easier. And I don't know if it's because the liquid liners are a little bit too liquidy, and I can't, like, I don't really know. But if any of you struggle with liner, I can't believe how great this brush is. And then I've heard like the Maybelline gel liner is great, so you don't even need to spend the money on the Bobbi Brown, but I'm really loving this combination. All right, last step. These are my two mascaras. Literally use them in every single video. I'm afraid this Milani is going to go bad when I'm on vacation, so I am debating one other. What should I bring? You know what? I think I'm going to bring the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes. I love this mascara, and it's a mini, so I bet you it's almost done. So I'll bring this just in case my Milani runs out. I love both of them, so it's not like I'm giving something up. But let's put this on, and the Thrive Cosmetics at the bottom, which I probably will only use the Thrive Cosmetics on the top and the bottom if I at all want mascara on when I'm at the beach. Or if we're like running around and it's like a misty day, I'll probably only use this one because it's great. Lashes make everything better. This right here is one product that I will miss when I run out of it in my 6 months because I love that it doesn't smudge. Alright, so that is it. I'm not bringing a setting spray because I don't live that life on most days, and I don't think I'm going to now. I feel like I just messed this up. Alright, what do we think? It's gonna work? It's gonna work for us on vacation? I think so. So this is the finished look. I hope you like it. I'm gonna put everything in the bag and I'll show you the bag. Let's make sure it all fits. It fits! With so much extra room for activities. But I have a ton of room. So like I said, I did my complexion here and my eye and tools up here. I like just having it separated that way for when I'm using it. And I love that it has handles. So if I want to put my makeup on downstairs at the house, I can, or I can bring it up. And I know everything is happily in here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you consider subscribing and following me along on my no-buy journey. And if you could leave a comment about what kind of makeup you bring on your vacations. Are you one that brings like 2 palettes and colorful shades, or do you keep it simple? Let me know. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.